So yeah, we're gonna be calling 311 and calling around the aldermans and calling the scouts of Mackenzie Lake to see if they will be able to. Maybe we rent the equipment needed to dig these suckers out. Cause this tree, like I mean, this tree here worked hard to survive. This used to be. I'm going to assume that this used to be an axe because I remember this tree. This tree when I was younger, when it was much smaller over here. It was like sliced in half or something like that, and then this thing must have grew over. So I mean, this obviously the tree wants to live, wants to provide us air. This tree is valued at $522, and it needs to be removed. They can probably chop it down. It's the easier way to do it for building a development in this empty field here, which is very good because this empty field is all of Mackenzie Lake here used to be a farmer's field actually, and Mackenzie Lake here, this is probably just one of the leftover fields of something. Esso is owned by Esso over there, so they've been holding it for maybe an odd 15 years, 20 years or so, ever since this neighborhood grew up. You know, there was a lot of speculation of what they want to do with this land to make it into a what's it, a bunch of condos or a bunch of Esso store. I used to work at that Esso over there with Pam the boss, and she kept on saying that Esso was gonna build her a new store. Mackenzie's growing, so I mean, when you get gas, it's only 4 pumps there. When you get gas in the morning, as most suburbanites do, it gets really busy, especially on the weekends, especially during summer. So, yeah. This is a public tree on public boulevard. So on that side though, the trees are much more thicker and watery. I'm going to assume that the way that's the stone fence or the stone wall there is able to drain the water or something, or maybe it's elevation, I don't know. But over here it's not too much. It's very dry. I mean, this is 2013. We have a really rainy, wet year, so but normally this place is like Tatooine dry. But I guess, Calgary's fragile air system is we have a high elevation, so we need to try and keep the air clean as much as possible, because this is a unique biosystem. So yeah, so it says here. I mean, when I went to like I said, when I went to Lower Beaverbrook at 96, yeah, some teenager, some angry teenager just sliced that up in half. He's probably a grown banker by now. Just call this public notice number. Yeah, 522. The other tree over there also had one of these signs, but it blew off somewhere. So yeah, before this tree can be removed, I'm going to assume that this is where they're going to put the entrance to the parking lot. Because you can't put it there. That's the crosswalk. They're going to want to put the entrance here, and yeah. So we're going to give the scouts a call. See if scoutmasters usually have trucks, right? And we can just go to like Revy's or someplace, or wherever the Hertz or whatever, to rent some kind of digger machine for the weekend or something, and have the scouts have us. I'm not a scouter by any chance. In the future I may be, but in the future I want to be. But yeah, this is good because it will actually save the developer $500. You know, it's good. It's planned to save a tree instead of chopping it down. We save $500. Them $500. It's good for enterprise. Calgary needs as much business as we can. These are dark economic times since the 2008 Great Recession. Anyhow, oh, I know what these metal things are. See, during the time when this store was open, they used to have all these parkades along. They used to have all these metal ringers around the metal sheets over there during the parking time, and I used to work here. So they're finally. I used to be really cramped in that store too, like really cramped. This was like, you know, there was no spaces for me to put the. There's both us Timmys and Esso working in there in the back, and we used to keep getting to each other's. We're pretty much doing mosh pit elbowing and up into each other's armpits in there, and you know, getting into lots of angry verbal fisticuffs. Yeah, I've been working at Esso since 2010. I left for the Olympics. I hope they keep these bushes because I worked hard to trim these bushes back. I just went berserk on these bushes with my own trimmers because they were gross and had all this garbage in there. And oh, those firewood things. Those gray. Oh, I hated closing those fucking things because it's warped. The heat here in the summertime warps the plastic, so you have to really bend those fucking things. Oops, bend those. Just keep it PG, please. Keep it PG. Empty out all the loose change. You don't imagine how much loose change and loonies and toonies I found when I was doing the emptying of the vacuum cleaner over there. Sometimes the people just drop off pops. You know, they have pops all over the property. So I sometimes just take a milk carton and I even dug in the trash because, you know, originally I dug in the trash so I can get oil bottles because it's toxic, right? You don't really want to dump that in the trash. You want to recycle it to be nice to honor our cowboy pioneering and Calgarian ancestors. You know, they love nature, they revere nature. There used to be like these blue bins there, and I go through there, those blue bins, looking for bottles, looking for anything, looking in the trash for bottles, because I actually found a whole bunch of bottles. This place is a very frequent haunt for teenagers on Fridays and on Friday evenings. This is probably one of the hubs for meeting up. So they have like beer bottles and whatnot, and they're teenagers. What else? And I use those bottles to give the scouts, give the ringette to whenever the ringette girl comes along. Oh, but yeah, this place will be full of trash. Sometimes these big 4x4 trucks would sometimes crash, jump the curve and into the bushes, so it looks really gross. And then I just rake all this trash here. So it's gonna be opening up in December, huh? And that's for firewood. That's for firewood, water, and washing fluid. Ooh. But like I said, change is good. During the summertime, no, during the springtime, this empty field will be full of ponds from the melting snow and running rainy rain, and it becomes like very marshy, and it's perfect for mosquitoes, which invade us in Mackenzie. So it's good that they're finally putting something over it, and eventually it'll be like this here. Like, I mean, this has been empty. This land has been empty and useless for such a long time. It's just going to bump up the property value and insert some money into the community, insert some money into the city community, instead of just being empty. And land should be used, or land should be just land. Bad for the golfers, bad for the Mackenzie rabbits, so my pastor keeps on saying. But yeah, that's that. 20 years. But like I said, the whole point of this exercise is to come out here to get some reconnaissance information about these two trees, so we can contact. It's election time, so all the candidates are starting to come out of the woodworks. For example, I had a Nenshi sign up, and this lady comes to my door and she says, "Oh, you're a Nenshi supporter. I have worked with Nenshi and etc." She said. So yeah, maybe I as a Nenshi volunteer can help the enterprise grow in Calgary by saving $500, $530 of money for that guy. So we do the work by trying to save a tree from being chopped down. Or that's my logic, anyways. I have weird logic. Such as weird logic as that house over there had roofers, and all the roof plastic streamers just fell into those trees there. So I just took my scout stick and some rakes and just tied them together, and had put a weird primitive spear like device, and then I just raked out the raked out the tree. Alright, well, let's just shut it down now. Thanks for bearing with my boring stuff.